Hey everyone, good morning and welcome to the Cleveland Metroparks Zoo. We're excited. We're going to check out the zoo right before heading back on our big, our Cedar Point Cleveland adventure. In this video, we're going to show you the zoo, all the animals, all the exhibits, anything that's fun or interesting to see at the Cleveland Metroparks Zoo. And just go check it out. Let's kick things off by checking out the rainforest exhibit, which is kind of separate from the zoo. Like, most of the zoo is over there. There's a ticketing plaza in the middle, and then off on the side is the rainforest. So the rainforest is in it's an indoor attraction in this giant, what looks like a late 90s office building. It definitely does not look like an office building on the inside. That is for sure. And you can definitely see why they call it the rainforest. Met with some interesting signage here. To get to the upper forest, you could go to the lower forest, or you could go via elevator, via stairs, or via tree. I mean, you gotta go via tree, right? I think we found via tree. Whoa! Almost bit it in the tree. The tree's like a big, old-timey spiral staircase thing. And this sloth, just like us, had a really rough time at Put-in-Bay last night. I do love the level of theming in here at the rainforest exhibit. It's really neat. And they've got some cool animals. They're sleepy over there now, but they're prehensile tail porcupines, which are really neat creatures. Weird looking. Very different animal here. Not used to seeing these guys at a zoo. This is a Brazilian Akuti, which we have deemed a rat dog. Love capybaras. They're really cool animals. And a lot of times these guys sleep a lot. So there's a couple of them in here, and they're moving around. And there's some birds and stuff too. Yay! And it's cool. Like, this part of the rainforest doubles as an aviary, so right next to rat dog, this just duck is hanging out on the ledge now. Over here's a leopard who is passed out in about the most hilarious pose possible. The rainforest exhibit is home to the biggest ocelot I've ever seen, and a very nice enclosure here. Again, well themed and well kept. Waterfalls, a little lagoon. And then I like this too, like they have steps for the kids to get up there and get a better view. We've got some monkeys over here, currently having a cuddle party. I wish they were playing though, because like their exhibit is amazing. Multiple stories, giant trees. Like, lots of things for these guys to go play and go crazy on. Guys, look, otters! Otters are one of my favorite animals at the entire zoo. And there's like two of them right here, jumping around. Ooh. A little bit of glare, but yeah, otters have a cool exhibit too, because you can come up here and see the otter den, and then you can come over here and see like the big otter pool and things like that. So the otters have a really nice exhibit, as they have a whole bunch of otters too. If I know my otters, these are Asian small-clawed otters, and they're super cute.
Yes, they are. Aww.
In the center of the rainforest, under the big globe, is the orangutans. And a couple of them too. You got this guy hanging out up top eating. This guy playing with a good cardboard box. I like the one eating. So the lower level is not quite as nice as the upper level. A lot of like smaller aquarium style exhibits.
Oh my god.
Got an angry-looking dwarf crocodile over here. Check out the way the panther chameleon's just sort of hanging out there. Not normally a big fan of bugs, but I love the leaf cutter ants. They have an exhibit with this tube that goes not too far, like 10 feet or so. But you get to see the ants move from one thing to another and carry their leaves. This is fun. Normally the porcupines, they tend to sleep a lot, so he's up in you can see his little cute face, and their exhibit here is really neat. It kind of takes a break from that small aquarium kind of setting, and has a more, and it's just a really, really pretty exhibit. Fun exhibit here for the gharials, which is a crocodile type creature. But again, it's a very large enclosure, And they've got cool things like you can go there and see like the underwater view of the turtles and fish that are down there, or if these guys were swimming. A little interactive exhibit here with some sort of hologram features that shows this transform from rainforest into humans are evil, shame on you, deforestation. That'll do it for the rainforest exhibit. Really cool. Quite enjoyed that. We got to the zoo right around opening, and we came here right away. I would recommend doing that because it was quite peaceful in here. And if this had a lot of people in it, it would not be nearly as fun. When you walk into the zoo proper, one of the first exhibits you get to is the African elephant exhibit. And these are some big guys. Like, look at the size of that bull elephant over there. Good gravy. That's like one of the biggest elephants I've ever seen in my life. And they have a bunch of them too. Different viewing areas too for the elephants. You get to get really up close to them. Like you're probably 10 foot away from a giant elephant like that. It's pretty neat. I'm now in a right by the elephant. Oh, he's like sticking his trunk right at me. This is so cool. There's like down in one of these copy rocks. There's a smaller viewing window. Really cool idea over here in the rocks is a feed the elephant thing. So if the green light's on, you can put a quarter in there and it's going to feed the elephant right here in this viewing area. Time to check out one of Molly's favorite animals at the zoo, the tigers.
Wow.
This is one of the newer exhibits at the zoo, and it's pretty neat. You can see like the tiger directly above you over there. And it's very interesting to see like the different parts of the zoo. Like this feels super modern, super new, and it's wonderful. Other parts, not quite as nice, but this section's really cool. Another shot of the very, very pretty Amur tiger. Also, word of advice, we saw some unfortunate things happen to the people ahead of us. It's not a glass floor in the bridge, so when that tiger pees, it could pee right on you, like it did to a gentleman a couple minutes ago. Not me.
I think it's up there because it's clean.
Another one over here.
Their teeth are sharp.
They're imposing.
Look at it, Mason. You can see his face.
Look, those are huge
Who is
teeth.
this cleaning his paw? Oh my god.
Here's the wolf exhibit, and you enter through this giant log cabin, and it's beautiful. It's also air conditioned, so that helps. But like it's very new. It's got that new zoo smell. And Molly, have you seen any of the wolves?
No, we're thinking that they're probably inside.
They're probably asleep.
Yep.
Guys, it doesn't really come across on camera because it's too. They got beavers in here, and it's really cool because you walk by and the beavers were doing just what beavers do in cartoons and gnawing on wood. It's been one of my favorite things I've seen at the zoo today. Found him. And they're running around in pecks. The newest exhibit at the zoo is the Asian Highland section that just opened recently, summer 2018. So right now. It is, wow. You can see him all the way up there. I guess it's a little hot for the leopard to come out and play, but how cool would it be to see him like running and jumping around on these things, right? That'd be awesome. Unfortunately, not on exhibit at the moment. It's one of the cutest animals in the entire zoo, the red panda. It's probably his little red panda house. Guys, check out the beautiful snow leopard. This guy here, that's a takin, a really, really fun, interesting animal. And he must be getting used to his new enclosure here because they have all these nets up. For my friends that worked at Disney's Animal Kingdom, a lot of times when they move an animal into a new exhibit, they'll put these things up to try and make them feel more comfortable so they don't always have people surrounding them taking pictures right away. You got tons and tons of room over here for what I'm assuming, I don't see a sign, but I think they're like wild horses. And they have maybe the biggest enclosure here besides the elephants. You've got a sloth bear over here hanging out. And he's got a sprinkler that kind of keeps him cool all the time. So I have to imagine it's pretty hot being a sloth bear. But he's cute. He kind of looks like a dog. Here's the Andean bear. a small one. I think he's probably a younger one, would be my guess, Mom.
Yeah.
But he's so cute and happy. Of course, I love these animals because that's what Paddington is, and Paddington 2 is a fabulous film. If you haven't seen it, go see it. You've got a smiley, hot-looking black bear over here. Big area for him. Like, this is tons of room for that bear. And he looks happy. Happy bear. Can't seem to find the grizzly bear, but really nice exhibit for him. In this exhibit, we got some seals and sea lions. Wouldn't be a zoo without a rhino, and the rhinos couldn't be any farther away. Pretty looking guy, though. Next exhibit we're going to check out here at the Cleveland Metroparks Zoo is the Australian Adventure. So Molly and Hyde are now exploring what appears to be a children's maze of some type. I don't know who's going to win. Has anyone found the way out? Hyde's found a photo op.
There's always my way to get out of here.
The
I'm
music
playing the In the Loop theme song right now. it's a bunch of randomness from being drunk. That's what the theme song is.
Exactly. And angry comments. You can tell you do have the musical background. Don't quite know why there's camel rides in the Australian Adventure, but if you want to ride a camel, there it is. The highly cohesive theme continues here in the Australian Adventure, as we are now in an American barn with sheep and goats and more sheep. You kind of lost me here, guys. It's a random house in the Australian section. It's air conditioned, that's a plus, but there's no animals in here. It's just a house. Hopping away over there, of course, is everyone's favorite section of an Australian part of a zoo. And it's the kangaroos and wallabies. Look at the little guy. He's so cute. So cute. And it's an open area too, so if they want to just wander right over to, they have the ability to do that. So if you're a kid, this might be your favorite part of the entire zoo, because they have this giant like slide treehouse structure. It's got to be a good 30 feet tall. And there's the koala bears doing what koala bears do, adorably sleep. Big plus the koala exhibit. It's inside in the air conditioning. Just staying here all day. Time to move on, and they give you a ample warning to get to the Primate, Cat, and Aquatics building. It seems to be quite the hike. So they were not kidding with this thing. It's a ways. Outside of the Primates, Cats, and Aquatics building, you get really close to some sleeping cheetahs. Very close. And then they've got these big double fences so you don't get too close to the cheetahs. Just having little cheetah dreams over there. Shooting into the sun to see the Primates, Cats, and Aquatics buildings. Three things that you wouldn't really think go together. We'll see how they mesh up. So this definitely takes the cake for the cutest thing I've seen at the zoo so far. It's a baby snow leopard. Born in April. There's a couple of them. I've only seen this guy, but it's so cute. He's so tiny. Check out this guy, the Maholi bush baby. And there's sort of like a nocturnal animal exhibit. I've never seen one of these guys before. The camera doesn't like to focus on it, but giant tail, super thick, jumpy legs, and giant eyes. In the buildings where you find the gorilla exhibit, there's an indoor and outdoor section. Today they are all indoors and hanging out. You get to get very close to these guys. I think are they mandrills? Yes. They're mandrills. And really neat to be that close to them. Super strong animals. And they've got two. Look at his face. That's awesome. This guy here, he's a very excited animal. That's a fossa. And look at him go. He's so happy. He's running around, jumping, running, jumping.
Doing like a lot of enrichment with them with like toys.
Yeah. Look at him go. Yay! It's a good day to be a fossa. The aquatics area, not overly impressive. Just kind of a small scale aquarium stuff. And nothing really to write home about. I think these guys are cool. Moray eels are cool animals. So that's one redeeming part of the aquatic section. Like, look at this evil looking guy. Brr. Overall, this definitely feels like one of the very older exhibits here in the zoo. What are you doing, little baby? Aww. So this sloth is doing like the most sloth thing ever. He's just asleep in a PVC bucket. So one thing that's really nice here at the Cleveland Metroparks Zoo is that they've got a free tram that'll take you to the very back of the zoo. So it's nice because that was a long hike to get back to that primate building. All right, lions doing what all lions do in zoos, which is it's nothing. They are asleep.
It is 1%. I got my hands up.
The front left corner of the zoo is an amphitheater-like area where they do animal shows a couple times a day. Not going to be able to see this on our trip because we're kind of strapped for time here, but if you want to sit down and in the blazing sun and then watch an animal show, you can do it. One thing that's really interesting, when you go into the zoo, you're given a green token, and you get to take this token and whatever your favorite animal is, you put a token in the box near that animal, and essentially it's a donation towards that animal. So the cute baby animals totally get all the money here. So that'll do it for our time here at the Cleveland Metroparks Zoo, and kind of a mixed bag. The good rainforest exhibit was really, really cool. I got to see a tiger pee on someone. Yeah, you can't see that every day.
A guest.
A guest, yes. Not like another tiger or keeper. So that was good. The baby snow leopard wins for cutest animal. And the elephant exhibit was very, very well done. Some of the not so great stuff, hi. And some of the not so great stuff would be, a lot of it felt kind of dated in sections, like very dated. Like back near that primate and aquatic building. That felt very old, and also the layout is really confusing. Not easy to navigate, lots of dead space. And then there's other things like pathways that seem like they're built for like cars and roads and not people to wander and explore a zoo.
So it's making it even hotter.
Exactly.
So we're walking on a road.
Yeah, I would say though, go to the rainforest first. We did that. Not that it's a busy day, but there was like no one in the rainforest. I think most people come here first and then maybe go to rainforest in the middle of the day.
Yeah, do that first.
Do that first, and because that could get really bad if there's a lot of people. It's kind of close quarters.
I will say also price-wise, like the zoo's a good value. It's $15 to get in. You don't have to pay to park. So as far as like
we spent like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
So.
It's 15 minutes north of the airport, if that.
Yeah,
so
like, that's where we're going right before our flight.
Yeah, if you're trying to go to Cedar Point, kill some time beforehand.
There you go.
It's not a bad thing for $15.
Exactly. Yeah. So there's some good and bad, but like I would say it's definitely worth it. I mean, that elephant exhibit was so neat. The baby snow leopard was adorable. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave your opinions on the zoo in the section below, and thanks for watching.